pop this shit off, get it in. I am Cashews.
It's your girl Diamonds.
And it's your girl Taste T.
And we are
HIPHOP Millennials Podcast.
And yeah, we down one.
Two chicks and a dude.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's real estrogen heavy in their bitch today.
Look, I'm always surrounded by women anyway.
Okay then. Cashews, it looks smooth back, you know.
No matter what happens, man. But I'm glad to be back, man. I was excited about this episode.
Me too.
This has been a wild week.
Yeah, it has.
Wild week. It's been a lot of music release. It's been a lot of beef. And we ain't going to play. Let's just go ahead and jump straight into this Meg versus Nicki Minaj. Meg the Stallion versus Nicki Minaj.
Y'all taking sides?
I was just about to say, you taking sides? I'm a spectator. I just like the whole beef.
You like to watch. You like the drama.
Beef, but fuck all that.
Bar for bar.
Bar for bar. I feel like
Meg ate it up.
Meg killed that shit.
She ate him up. And to be clear, I feel like she was going after everybody. Shots fired, like not just Nicki.
So Meg releases the song Hiss. And y'all know the last song was Cobra.
Yeah.
So she got this little snake thing going. So somebody's snaking her. She feels like
it's a snake.
It's a snake. So she's attacking back, basically. And I like it. I like seeing Meg backed in the corner musically, seeing what she does. Yeah. This is when that pressure comes on and we see if you fold or you shine.
Yeah.
And how y'all feel about, let's get into the record.
So I like the bar when she was like, what'd she say? A bitch who used to strip could never come in. Check me.
Yeah.
Cardi, shots fired. Like she just, I was like that. She just was coming for everybody here, and it was like I feel like the way she did it. You knew exactly who she was talking about in each punchline. Yeah. Even though she didn't say the names, I feel like she was very clear.
So Cardi and Meg got beef.
I don't think it was. I just think she
Erica Banks.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like
I didn't think her and Cardi had anything kind of going on.
I'm not sure. Meg low key on.
I mean, I don't know. I can't. Let me be clear. I don't know. It's just when I heard that line, I instantly thought about Cardi B just because she's the biggest female ex stripper turned rapper.
I like names.
Yeah, put a name on it.
I like it when you put a name on it. Because if you put a name on it, it gives another fire to the record.
It does.
It's like, you heard what she said about such and such. Yeah. Not all that.
The stripper.
You know what I'm saying? Don't sneak this. I would have started that bitch off. Fuck Nicki. Fuck Nicki. You know, also hit him up type
man,
shit. You know,
that would have been hard.
On, man.
Y'all know Nicki coming back. Y'all know she waiting on the cut with her diss track. Y'all know she waiting.
So let's talk
she keeps secretly releasing little parts of it, but it's only the beginning.
Let's talk about that. First of all, why do you have a diss record just sitting there waiting on me? Am I on your mind like that?
Yes.
Come on, man.
I think she has diss records for everyone.
For everybody. I feel like anybody at the top has some shit just waiting in the cut.
But you mentioned last night that like she befriends the rappers that aren't too good, but the ones that are actually good, like Lotto and Cardi and stuff like that, she hates on.
Nicki will ride with the rappers that are no threat, and I feel like Meg said something like that too in her like.
She did. I don't know what line. She definitely was
something
like
about they love you when you were not.
I know exactly what line you're talking about.
Like that, like,
but it was referring to bitch. You don't want to be cool with the competition, but. You know what I'm saying?
Because, I always feel like Nicki, we've talked about this before, she always hating. I don't know what else to call it.
I kind of see that too.
It's hate.
It's only on certain rappers, like you said. It's only on like the Lottos,
the ones that she
stuff
know
like that.
ain't gonna overtake her. She know Ice Spice ain't gonna never be a real threat. She know Glorilla ain't never gonna come for that spot because they don't make that type of music. Lyrics ain't really important to them. The only person who would actually be able to step in that realm, Cardi, Meg.
Lotto. Lotto belongs in that category. She got bars.
I'm always gonna respect Lotto. I put Lotto right there with Nicki.
She with that. She's with her. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like she's even a step above Meg. If Lotto could really get her footing right, I don't hear whack verses from her.
No,
she might make a song I don't like, but she don't hit no whack verses.
Yeah, her shit hit every time. Every time.
That's on her label though. Like like her label got to get her promotion and shit right. Like
she cares about writing.
Yeah.
So as far as this goes, I feel like it's about to be 2 big records drop.
Yeah.
I feel like this was Meg's Charged Up to her back to back. You know, like she's got charged up to see what Nicki's gonna say.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna drop the one that she really want to drop, that disrespectful one. Because I know Nicki got one just ready. That good foot on the good foot.
Oh, like Bigfoot. I call it like what you like 6 foot. I call it Bigfoot or something like that.
I
like something. That was but kinda, that's all she releases.
That's kind of corny to me. So I need to hear the rest of the record.
Yeah, if that was just a little snippet, like building up.
That's the only part she plays in her little lives. But it's like also she sound like really fucked up in her lives too. So it's
Are we worried about Nicki? Like I feel like Nicki got something going, like some drugs or something. I don't know. She always slurs.
I'm not gonna throw those allegations.
I'm not no allegations. We're not. It's not allegations. Like I don't want to.
It's because she be fucked up.
But she be fucked up.
She be saying
she don't be seeming right when she's looking in that camera. Like it's always like. She
probably just high.
She be fucked up. I mean, if you was if your life was a party essentially, and you could do something you love, and you just perform and go to the studio, bitch, I'll be fucked up too. Why not? You know?
Why? And what is this? You know, your mama conjure up your mama shit. Why is she going at her mother like that? Like you don't have a dead father because you just cried over.
Because it's her.
Because that's what she does. I feel like. I think it's stupid, and let me just throw this out there. I think it's stupid when people be like, you went below the belt. Yeah. Girl, fuck you and your kids and your mama and your dad. Like when if we're beefing and you're trying to hurt me. Yeah. So guess what? I'm going to use what I know to try to hurt you. And it's different things for different people. And I feel like people try to be like fight but fair. Yeah. No.
I don't.
She made it seem like Nick came for her family.
You know what I'm saying? Like they be talking about her husband, calling him a pedophile. Yeah. So it's just like
she's like, okay, I'm gonna go for your family.
At the end of the day, you know, people are taking digs, and people have different digs because people have different things that have happened to them. So she can't say, you know, fuck your mom because her mom's not dead, but she can say fuck your mama because your mom. You see what I'm saying? So
I'm not. She also could say fuck your dad that just got ran over by a car.
Okay, and that's just what happened, and I feel like. People try to. It's almost like when people be like, "Oh, they picked up something," or what? It's so what? Like it's no rules.
When you open up yourself
fighting.
For certain things, you say certain things. You open up yourself for that response, right? So it's like just be prepared. That I'm coming in. I'm coming for your family. I'm coming for your husband. I'm coming.
But they do. People already have, and I just feel like people again just be like, "Oh, that's below the belt." Everything is a below the belt because you're trying. They're trying to hurt each other. You see what I'm saying? So it's like
if you're gonna talk shit
we
like
fighting,
that,
we fighting. Like I said, I don't give a fuck. Girl, fuck you, your kids, they ugly, your mama, your daddy,
put it in
your
music.
Grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't like the back and forth online if it's not accompanied with some fire music.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Let me be clear. I think action does play a part into it. Like if you doing stuff, but words. I feel no, only just because everybody trying to say words. So let me because like remember when like Sukiyana was like twerking on that girl around my grave or some shit like that. Like that bitch, you took it too far. You know?
See, I didn't even know that.
So, like she was beefing with somebody and like she was twerking on a girl mama grave or some shit like that. Like
so you trying to get shot.
So it's like that's a step that was like a big thing.
That's
like
demonic to me.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and then she was on live. Like she was like, like she was
That was so
that's kind of crazy.
So kind of weird. Like it's like you're doing this just for an audience. Yeah. So now it's like it's just weird. Like you doing it just to get a reaction, not even from me, from people. Yeah. Because you want to see what people are going to say about this. That's why you feel that battery in your back to do it. Yeah. But I like the beef.
Yeah, me too. Keep it up. Keep it interesting and keep us something to talk about.
But we've seen Nicki battle tested. And she doesn't really come out on the top end of these battles.
Because you're my son and my mom and I'm your dad.
I just my baby. Something different, something original, something unique, and then
she has the talent. She does.
She does.
Yeah,
she didn't have shit for
her.
She
didn't.
We still wait for a proper response.
Because Remy's that bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
So she don't want no smoke.
I don't think of Nicki as necessarily a bully like people try to say. I think she's just. She's hard, a
troller.
Yes, it is hard for her to accept that it's hot motherfuckers that's young.
There's people younger her coming up. Yeah, there's people coming up.
And that's what makes her a hater.
Yes, that's why it's hate. It's remnants of Lil' Kim, Nicki.
Yeah. She has her spots solidified. She just scared that somebody's going to take it. No one's going to take her spot. She just sit there in her spot. She's good.
that's like saying, oh, somebody can come in and take let's say Michael Jackson's, but nobody's ever, and Michael Jackson is always going to be Michael Jackson regardless of whoever comes out ever, and for forever. Is Michael Jackson is still going to be the king of pop. So it's like, and that being said, it's like, right, it's given very much like, you don't want these young bitches coming up in here
and they're coming regardless.
Yeah, she's trying to protect her little spot, and it's like you have your spot solidified.
Right, and you got your barbs. Nobody's, So let's
talk about how her problem with Lil' Kim was, Lil' Kim wasn't embracing to her. Right? Now she's not embracing to the up and coming, but also they gave her props. They constantly give her props. Meg said she was an influence. She's one of the greatest. Lotto said she
be wanting a nigga to kiss her feet type shit.
Yes, and that ain't finna happen. These motherfuckers,
because they self in their own right. Exactly. So it's like, you get your props, but you're not finna sun me. Remember when her and Lotto was on the live? Like, that's what it is. It's like, respect. You have to give respect, but respect is given. So.
And she came for Lotto because she saw that Lotto definitely has the talent.
Yeah, she got that it factor, and she fine. Yep. And she's what I'm saying, like she popping, she hot, and she's a pretty girl, what I'm saying,
and she can really rap,
right? You took the words out of my mouth. She's really talented, what I'm saying.
She's like, a threat.
So
she's
it's
a
like
threat. She's a threat.
It's different when you gotta build a bitch, but she came out the game looking like that. She's a naturally, what I'm saying, just like Nicki Minaj is. I'm not saying that Cardi's not in it, but those women do look different from when they came out until now, or Remy. You look different.
You know how not, you know how Nicki could have really like stayed like looked at as the boss of the situation, just took on more like a Jay-Z type stance, like automatic have son you energy. Right. Without disrespect,
without sunning them,
exactly. Like, hey man, this is how I did it. Or
you like Lil Wayne, how he did her.
Like, stay in that type of realm and more nurture them, and that always puts you in a big sis, big dog type energy. But you know
why? Because some people, they call it the high school famers, like the ones who you was real cool in high school. Boy, you 40 now. Let it go. And I think that
high school jacket,
that Letterman, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas really be holding on to that high school fame, and it's like, bro, let it go. But anyways, it's the same type of thing. It's like, instead of you accepting, the evolution and life goes on, it's like she still wants to be that number one in that time frame. Forever. And it's like, that's just unrealistic.
Past.
Right.
It's the past.
And now these new bitches just take it.
I'm with the smoke.
With the smoke.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready to hear it.
So let's keep it going. YF and Lucci pleads guilty for gang terrorism.
Yeah, he played for that RICO. Yeah.
So they gave
10 years?
They gave him like 10 years, but it's like some type of suspended type sentence where he's really about to be released in the next 3 months. Right? He's going to be on parole for a long time.
Probation, yeah, I think it's probation.
But he's getting
I think it's parole.
Parole? Oh,
because isn't it like...
It's one of them. If he's in prison, I think he's in jail right now, so it's probably probation. But parole is for prison. Probation is for jail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think he's about to be on probation, and Lucci been locked up for a minute, y'all. Yeah. I think Lucci been locked up since 2019.
A long time.
Yes, he been in for a long time. I don't know if I can say I'm excited about the music that he gonna come with, but it's good to see him about to be free. Yeah. He have some big songs, but it's been a while since he had them.
Sure.
I just like to see people free.
Yeah.
He been with this RICO shit for a minute. We thought he was really gone.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say that. I can't say like let me not say that. So you want to see him free?
No, I'm not saying I want to see him. I'm just saying we thought he was fucked up. How was he gonna get out of this situation? He dropped a dead body off at the house.
Yeah.
Just kept going.
I mean, I feel like the justice system is fucked up. But also I don't ever be like free such and such, because it's like y'all really out here doing this shit. So if you done got caught up, damn, that shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You really are killing these people. You really are selling these drugs. You really are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's just what comes
being rich
with it. You know why?
Throwing in the gang shit
because a lot, not all, but because a lot of these rappers really do be from the streets, you know what I'm saying? And they don't know nothing else but that. You just got some money now, so now you just finna put this foot to feet. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's
that
unfortunate.
goes all the way back to Pac. Like, you know, he was still, you know, affiliated with all that mess. Like, you know, then you see what happened to him. So it's like, you know, they can't let it go. Yeah. Right. They can't let it go.
Okay, so let's keep it going. The woman who's arrested for stealing 2,500 and what?
Stanley Cups.
The Stanley Cups. Some goddamn.
I didn't see that. Those Stanley Cups. So that's a big thing right now.
She had them in the hood of her car, the trunk of her car, under the floorboard. She had them everywhere. She went in the store, stole them.
Like those Stanley Cups?
I never had one before.
I mean, they're okay. To be honest, yes, do they keep the drinks cold? And do they keep them hot? Yes, but it's other cups that do that. So that's not $100.
Yeah, I just don't like.
You know what I mean?
Cups are hard to clean. Like if you don't have water in it, you put juice in there or something, or anything, it gets stuck, and then it creates like a moldy type thing. You got to keep.
You done turned that juice into wine.
Exactly. It's hard to clean the bottom of it, but you know, motherfuckers gonna find a way to hustle some shit.
Yeah.
So you got.
I seen this post.
It was like resell that shit.
He was like, he got some Stanley Earl cups.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying?
Stanley Earl.
I said, who the fuck is Earl? But you know, I mean, I feel like personally, people be like, I wouldn't pay. That's because you don't have the money.
Yeah.
And that's just be honest.
Okay,
you
so
know,
why is it illegal? What did she do? Why
she stole them?
$2,500.
Yeah, she stole them. Yeah, that's what's illegal. She stole them.
Where's she stealing from?
Just I think different stores. Yeah, she was just
and she had them everywhere in her car. And then, she got pulled over.
And then they got them. You know,
and then they found them in the trunk. But y'all know times is hard. You know, folks
she's gonna go to jail.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, she's about to go to jail, and that's just, you know,
she need a little money.
You know, that's all. What it is.
That is funny as hell. So let's keep that shit going.
Talk about these niggas.
Talk about these.
That's what it. That's what it is. Talk about these niggas. Say half of the women have backup niggas in 2024.
I mean, shit.
Let's talk about it.
All right, so. The thing says that half of women have a backup boyfriend in 2024. I don't think it's just 2024. I think it's just in life.
It's always.
And they said majority married women have it too.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So this is, I have two perspectives on it.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't really knock the women for having backup boyfriends when niggas be like lurking for years at a time waiting on their turn. Like it's a niggas.
But that's what you took the words out of my mouth. It's not like a backup, but you just know who next. If this nigga fuck up, like you just know.
I got somebody in the lineup already waiting.
You can't even. It's like
because it's a nigga that they don't care. A nigga will wait for some pussy for 5 years
and will.
Y'all know that. And will be like this nigga been talking to himself about inbox for 5 years. Just because that nigga waiting.
I gotta watch that work, babe.
So you can't really say it's women. It's niggas that won't let go.
Yeah, for sure.
Nigga play that position and play that role.
But it's both.
Nothing wrong with it.
It's both. It's take two. It take two. But nigga, if y'all move on, the women would move on too.
Yeah, and I think to call it a backup boyfriend is, I think, extreme. Because I feel backup means like just in case. And I'm not saying that that's not the case, but for me, like to have a just in case, I feel like that is wrong.
I think that's what it is,
though. Because I feel like you can't be giving your all to your current situation if you have a just in case, because a just in case it doesn't work. So you can't, versus if I'm all in, I don't see anything else. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't have a backup. But again, from a woman point of view, I wouldn't, like I say a backup. But do you know, like, okay, I know this nigga is a good nigga and he been trying to jump down, and if I didn't work out in this situation, I know I would give him a chance. I don't think that's a backup. I just think that that's just knowing that it's other people other than your spouse that are. You know what I'm saying?
I think there are a lot of married women out there with just in case people, though.
Yeah, I do too. No, for sure.
Just in case my husband don't do this.
I don't think so, though. You can't. The reason why I say it's not a backup
because you're open in a way.
No, let me explain. The reason why I feel like it's not a backup because you just know people in general. Just like, say, maybe you work with someone or you knew someone from the past, right? Mm-hmm. And it's no interaction. Y'all not chopping it up. You're not doing, you know what I'm saying? But you know that they're a good person. You're not even thinking about them. You know what I'm saying? And then if y'all broke up and then y'all were able to get together quite quickly, just because, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that that's a backup, because I feel like with the backup, it's like I'm keeping this person in my back pocket just in case.
Yeah.
Like I'm contacting them, maybe liking a picture every now and again or interacting. I think that's what makes it a backup, because you're keeping, because I feel like when you're all in, like if I'm in a relationship and I'm all in, I'm finna, block numbers. I'm unfriending. I'm finna get a new taste tea. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just because I feel like if this is some new situation that I'm invested in, I'm not thinking about anybody else. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I want to, and I'm not saying I would get a new number, but I would definitely be, would send those texts out like, hey, or make a post or whatever, just because I'm in a relationship, and I feel like, I would never, I'm not a cheater, you know what I'm saying? But having a backup, I feel like you're not blocking those people, or you're still letting those people have access to you.
So coming from
you
a
see what I'm saying?
You're for this. Like you
think that's okay?
It's justified for women to have it.
No, I think once you win some shit, you need to be able to lock in. It's cool to just cut everybody off because you deserve to experience love in its fullest.
Yeah.
Right? Because if it doesn't work out between us, I know I was completely locked in.
Okay, yeah.
I tried my hardest.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
If you always got somebody on the side, you never really
just saying what's up, or you're allowing those doors, and that's what make them backups to me. You know what I mean?
Truly experiencing the love that you got in front of you.
Right. Versus just maybe you knew somebody from high school.
Everybody getting attention. Everybody can't have your attention. Everybody doesn't deserve your attention.
For sure.
Stay in with the person you in.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's keep this moving.
It's like a Kat Von D trial. She's on trial for copyright, but it got thrown out because the jury decided that it's stupid for people to want a picture on the internet and have to be like copyrighted and have to ask permission from the people to get it on them. Okay. Like, does that make sense? Yeah. And that's why they said it was threatening the tattoo industry, because this is what they do. They pick pictures off Google or wherever else. They want pictures of Beyonce or whoever else, their mama or anybody. But copyrighted pictures, like a celebrity or anybody they want, like they tried to stop that. Like they tried to sue and take her to court for like copyright infringement, basically, saying that you have to get the consent of the person who made the picture before you put it on somebody's body.
And that's a real thing, because these tattoo artists tried to sue the makers of NBA 2K for the tattoos that they did on the players in real life.
It's crazy.
So I see my tattoo that I did on the game, and now I feel like I deserve money.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Like if you got a picture like MLK on you or something like that, like you'd have to go get permission from the person who made that picture that you got it from in order to get it tattooed on you.
I think it's kind of funny to be able to be sued by somebody for a picture of you.
Yeah.
Like you took a picture of me and I got to get permission from you to use a picture of me. That's kind of wild.
I mean, yes and no. It's so crazy though, because it's like, it's no different. Like if say somebody took a picture of you and then try to use it in advertising or use it in a commercial, it's the same thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And what if somebody, say if it was like a perfect example, like, it's so funny. I'm not gonna say the name, but it's great. Like if you was like say in a bad situation, right, and then somebody got you begging or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like boom, they like, okay, come to my facility, and they got a picture of you. You wouldn't be mad if they got your picture. Like I had seen this one, and it was like,
why y'all use this picture of me for people who need jobs?
He was like, I got a job. He was like, can y'all please take my picture down? Like,
I'll tell you what, like let's say you go to like a wedding or something, right? And you go through all the pictures of the wedding and you see the one of you that looks good.
Yeah.
So you try to take that picture and use it as your profile pic online, and the photographer comes and be like, nah,
that's my picture.
That's my picture, nigga. And then there's the conflict.
Yeah.
It's a picture of me.
It's me though. Yeah.
That's what I was
It got thrown out because they said people should be able to put whatever they want on their bodies because it's like they're not getting paid for it. It's their own, it's their own art. So they obviously
can't really control that.
No, you can't.
You can't stop me from taking the picture offline. Don't put the picture up.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Facts.
So let's get into Come Have a Taste with T with my girl Taste T.
I missed you guys this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think that it's the wife's duty to have sex with her husband?
Yeah.
Like that's her job.
Yes.
Like even if she doesn't want to. And not even on no rapey type. I'm not saying it in that way, but just like maybe if she's tired or if she just don't feel like it. Do you think? And I say wife because that's what the the typical commitment and what makes it a commitment. Or do you think no? Because I was watching something and she was a lot of people be like no, that's wrong. She should in a sense not want to have sex, but then the guy was like, well, I signed this piece of paper. I can only have sex with you, essentially. Or you're gonna be mad if I have sex with somebody else, so you should give it to me.
I say it's okay. I say that it is kind of her job to do, to keep her husband pleased and keep herself pleased too, just because it's like, I kind of go on the old saying, it's like, what she won't do, another woman will.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
You know what I mean? It's like, if he's coming to you and he's asking you, you're his wife, he's asking you, okay, I want this, you keep turning him down every night.
Yeah.
It's gonna get old. And eventually he's gonna be like, all right, let me go to a girl who actually gonna do it. Like, and then that's when the work days start coming and the phone calls, texting start coming. He start entertaining other women. Because he starts to realize, okay, my wife ain't giving me nothing, so let me go get attention from another woman.
Never give your partner a chance to be you know what I'm saying, be snatched up by somebody or pleased or pleasured by another person.
Or even
smiled.
Like,
and I get if you're sick or something like that, you don't want to one night, but
that's different.
Happens,
I mean, things are circumstantial. I mean, I'm not saying like, you in the hospital and you like, baby, over. Like, that's, what I'm saying. But
a legitimate reason why
you don't
pleasing your partner.
Other than that's, I don't want to.
I don't want to.
Yeah. Or I'm tired.
It's another side with the men too.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, bro, if you have problems in that sexual area, you better figure out something.
Yeah.
Because after a while, that horniness is going to overpower the understanding. That, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I understand that you're going through something right now, but that
you can have the most loyal nigga in the world. I promise you. If he gets horny enough, he gonna be like, right.
And the right bitch, the right one.
It's the right time and right circumstance. You might miss it 100 times,
and that one chick at work gonna walk by and be like, hey, like,
you just couldn't take it no more.
Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah. So one more question. What are y'all non-negotiables? Just like flat out.
Like in a relationship?
In a relationship, yes.
Sex. Okay. No, for real. You got to. Sex got to be important to you in some way.
That's
like
true.
You can't just be if we do it. Nah, I need
not
that.
a once a weeker.
Yeah.
So the guy on the show I was watching, he said that he don't understand why if she don't work, they can't have sex twice a day. Is that excessive?
It depends on who you are. Really. I don't know. I don't know if sex could ever be excessive unless you with a person who don't like having sex.
Yeah.
If y'all can match each other's energy, go ahead with it.
Okay.
But I don't want to just leave it as sex. I think one of my real non-negotiables is just like being able to communicate.
Yeah.
Like you have to be able to communicate and understand.
Yeah.
Like if you can't communicate with me and understand, then we gonna always clash. That's just how it is because I'm high with communication.
Okay.
Yeah, but the sex thing is just, of course everybody feel that way. That's
okay. Your top three. What's one more?
Top three: communication, sex, and being able to cook is very important to me. I know all these things sound so cliche.
You
didn't say cheating. I was expecting.
I feel like that goes without saying.
No, it's
Some
not.
people don't give a fuck about that.
It's not because it's not one of my non-negotiables.
Don't cheat, goddammit.
No, is that one of your top three? Top three.
Well, that's probably number one then.
Okay.
What, don't cheat?
Don't cheat. But I was trying to go with, not the cliche, because even I felt like sex, I wanted to give y'all something besides the sex.
Yeah. Okay.
But of course, cheating. But I feel like those are just kind of basic things that everybody understands. If you get into it with somebody, get into a relationship with somebody, hopefully y'all both understand that we're not cheating here, right?
No, I'm not saying that cheating is acceptable. It's something. It's different from something being acceptable versus being a non-negotiable.
Okay, non-negotiable. Don't fucking cheat.
Okay.
I like you to be able to cook. Hopefully you can.
Okay.
And have sex with me regularly.
Okay.
Yeah. I ain't gonna tell you got to do it 5 times a day.
Okay.
But we can't go 5 weeks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. What about you, Don?
Mine is definitely communication is one. You got to be able to talk.
All right.
And you got to be able to listen with me. Like, like I'm a big venter. Like, like I like to vent. I like to feel like you care.
Yeah.
Like, just to make it seem like you give a fuck. You gotta give a fuck about what I got going on. Like, just even if you act like it and shit. Like, I don't care. But there's that. There's definitely just support. Like, I like support. I'm big on you can do it. Just supporting each other. Like, I'm big on that. Like, be a supporter. Like, don't be a hater.
Yeah. The niggas do be hating on their bitches and vice versa. Like, this bitch thinks she better or he think for sure.
I don't like none of that shit. And then the last one probably is don't cheat.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead,
that's because cheating is not one of my I'm not. Let me be very clear.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not okay with cheating.
Okay.
But under certain circumstances, I can't say that I would just walk away if they cheated. Maybe like if I was going through some things and I wasn't giving them no pussy, or you know what I'm saying? Like it would have to.
Have you always been like that, or did you grow into that?
I've kind of always been like that.
You know, I'm still on the hell no, don't ever. But I'm more understanding to it now.
You know, and I just understand. Right.
I don't know.
You know, I just think that, you know, everything is situational. And what I have learned and what is different from before is that you can only expect people to be people, and people make mistakes, and your biggest mistake would be expecting that person to be perfect, regardless if they're your wife or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, depending on the circumstance, that's something that I could forgive. So it's not one cheating, it's not one, but so it would have to be like affection. Okay. That's like probably that's number big. One.
So you gotta give me like a top 5.
No, it's not that yet.
Let her do her.
I'm just saying. See, you're saying more stuff that make me be like, yes. That's
like you know,
top 3, but
affection is number probably like just because I'm so like on your back in my pocket. We have to be touching all the time. I want you to be touching my leg. Our thighs are touching. Like I love you in my skin. Like we can literally talk my whole shift. Like I love that shit. Like
I will talk to you from the beginning.
I've literally talked someone. Right, I'm about to say from the time I got to work till I left. Like it's not a problem, and we giggling. They be so mad.
I've never gotten off the phone before.
Yeah, me too. Like, the whole time. Yeah.
All until you put the key in the door.
Yeah, for sure. And sometimes even don't let me be in the car smoking a cigarette. Like hang up the phone, nigga. But it's just for sure.
I walked in talking the other day.
Right, like like hang it up. It's loud. Yeah. But so that's probably like my number one, and then trust is very important to me. I have to be able to trust you. I have to be able to know like you got my back, kind of like what you were saying, you got my back, you know. But you know, I feel like that's like trust. Like trust is very, very, even if like I said you made a mistake, there should never be a woman or a man or anybody that can tell me something about my spouse that I don't know.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, that's... Or
that can just break y'all, make you
right, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's very important to me. So, it's like affection, trust, and probably communication, too. Just because communication / and understanding. Because people can talk communication, but it's the understanding of the communication, right? You know what I'm saying? And retain it and really, you know, I hate... you know, after a while when you're with a person, you know each other, and we know, you know what I'm saying? So stop acting like you don't fucking know what you're doing. Right. Don't act like you don't know how to not make me mad or to fix it, you know, or you know how to break it, and you know how you do know. You know, y'all know.
Said 2 things that really stuck out to me, and that communication thing is fun. Like we all said that. You know what I'm saying? But also, don't act like you don't know. But sometimes,
because I'll pop you in your shit. Like that's.
How do y'all feel about people not necessarily treating you the way that you like? We have patterns, right?
Right.
What if the person you're with just don't never pick up on your pattern?
I'm moving around.
You moving around?
I'm moving around only because I'm not gonna lie. I'm a very temperamental person. I am. I'm very moody, and I'm a lot to deal with, and I know that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I do know that. Yeah. And just because, I don't know, that's just my personality. I could be from up to down to whatever, but not even necessarily in a negative way. It's just, you know, that's just who I am. I'm a moody person. So it's like, any person who knows me, you're going to learn that very quick, and either you're going to adapt to it or we're going to be arguing every single day, because it's like at the end of the day, and it's not even a issue of like this is me and accept it for what it is, because I'm not, it's not an angry moody, but sometimes maybe I may not want to hug, or maybe something, you know, you know what I mean? And it's like anybody who's with me, you know how to turn it off, you know how to fix it, and if you're not doing those things because you're choosing not to. So in that being said, I've been in love before. I know what unconditional love feels like. So in that being said, I'm not accepting anything less. Yeah.
It's kind of, you know, I feel you on that. But I'm like one of those people that like I change up a lot. Yeah. Like I might not look at something the same way today as I did yesterday, or even an hour ago.
Yeah.
Like it's always more information coming in. I might look at this differently.
Well,
now.
the way that I see things change, but my personality.
Yeah. Because sometimes,
that's
it's cool when like somebody knows that, you like this with your food, you like this a certain way. Yeah. But with those things, yes, be mindful. But I don't ever like to treat the person I'm with like, I know you like that. This is how you is. You know what I'm saying? So,
but not. I don't even mean like, in that way. But I mean more so like.
I feel like keeping it fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like never
switching up every.
But I'm not saying like, I know he wanted from the side, or I know. Not even necessarily like that. I just mean more so in like everyday living, like to be able to just pick up on my cues, my energy,
non-verbal cues,
exactly, energy, and we still be good.
Yes,
and we still good. And that's the big part.
And that goes to a thing that you said earlier. I wanted to jump in, like just being present. With your partner
and in tune,
in tune. Listen, understand, like
for sure.
Actually open up your mind to
care enough to want to even
don't just do that. Birds and shit in your head when I'm talking, like you know what I'm saying, like actually like listen to what I'm saying. I listen to you, and then we can have like genuine.
Because that's my biggest thing when people be like, "Oh, I didn't know." You did know, or you do know. You know.
Do y'all have an example of a time when it was a point where you should have reacted a certain way, but you missed it because you didn't either take it serious enough or you didn't think it was such a big deal?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
that happened recent.
And then it sounds crazy when they bring it back to you and be like, see, I did this and you did that. And you be like, damn, that was a moment when I could have showed you. What
I can definitely take accountability and say that mine happened on vacation like a couple years ago. Like, we went somewhere and it just wasn't like, I wasn't there mentally, and I wasn't doing what I needed to do to make it better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just kind of floating around, like, like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. But I wasn't attentive enough to my partner. Like, and that kind of, that's when I realized, okay, I fucked up on that. Like, and I can take account to that. Like, so
I was talking to somebody, and it was going good. Everything was good, and it was moving forward. It was even moving the way that I wanted to. It was a little bumps, but it wasn't nothing that was kind of like unfixable. Right. And they had kind of like professed they love to me, and I even felt the same way. But I had a lot going on, and I kind of blew it off because I had got mad about something, and I didn't see the bigger picture. And it was like, bitch, you was acting funny, so like everything that they're doing is already a reaction to what you did, and then it's like they basically spill their heart out to you, and then you just like, oh, okay, that was sweet, and that was fucked up. It was fucked up, and it's like I shouldn't have did them that way because I really did care, and it was fucked up, and I should have, it was, and like damn bitch, how somebody really be like, I love you, and you like, and you like, and then hit you with the, I hit him with the, well, where did that come from? It was like, damn, like, why did I say that? And I, and it was like, but you were being a bitch, and because of how you was feeling or whatever, and it's like, I mean, that me and that person has talked since then, and but I ain't gonna put my business out there, so that's the end of that conversation. But
yes, I've had situations like that. Mine is like just not the situation. I can't give you a pinpoint a situation, but I know sometimes me not taking things as serious because I didn't know it was that serious to you,
to the other person.
That's the thing that always hits you like a ton of bricks. It's like, I didn't know you were suffering like that. I didn't know you was. I didn't know. It didn't seem so big to me. So you have to always check the temperature. But
that's come have a taste of tea. Right.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good, right?
Happy birthday,
custody exchange goes wrong.
That shit was sad. It happened on Christmas Day, and they were exchanging at a Walgreens, and she walked up with the gun behind her back. They have an 11-month-old. It was the boyfriend and his girlfriend in the car. She shot the girlfriend and shot the father 3 times. Killed the girlfriend, actually.
Yes, I did see that, and I definitely watched the video on it. Have y'all ever
bitter baby mama shit is crazy.
Have y'all ever had a bad custody exchange, like exchanging of the kid real quick? I'm bringing them to you type thing.
Yes, I have.
Not bad. It's definitely been like we both had an attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, but not bad. I can't say bad. I just got the little baby. And it was a little tense when we first broke up. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody's jealous and mad.
Yeah, for sure.
If somebody end up dead, you're jealous,
right? And especially, but I feel like, you know what? And I'm not saying things are okay. But you know, people clearly they was with that person. You got 11 months old, so you was with this person at some point in time. So it's like, why would you even if you know what type of time or what mind frame your baby mama is on? Why would you even bring the girl?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that and I'm not saying that it's okay. Yeah. She was wrong, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes people want to be like, oh, well, you know, we're together now and I have to and I understand that, and I'm not saying as the new, but girl, you have to know what type of situation that you're coming into. So it's like if he must not be expressing that she bitter and she's this and this, so it's like, why add fuel to she doesn't have to come.
It's because
she doesn't have to come.
You have to understand.
She doesn't though.
Yes,
she doesn't.
She don't. You have to understand if the person that you're dealing with as the other parent is like psychotic.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like you want to keep it short with them, really.
Yeah.
You don't want to, because I've been in a similar situation, right? Everybody's not mature.
For sure.
Everybody's not going to handle things in a mature way. Hey, I've moved on. Yes. Let me go. Here, I'm just bringing the kid to you.
Yeah. And a lot of times people want to puff their chest out. It's pride.
But it's because the new person is willing to profess their love and be like, fuck that motherfucker.
No, I'm coming too. You know, but no, that's wrong. That is wrong. That is wrong.
I used to look at that differently, right? I'm a dad now, and I've been in a situation where I was going to be the person to I was going to be the person to drop the kid off with the other parent, and at the time I was like, motherfucker, I'm just here to get you your kid.
Was it a necessity for you to bring the child? In that moment,
it was.
Okay,
and that's the only reason why it happened.
Okay,
otherwise I wouldn't have been the one to do it.
Okay,
she was going to a funeral.
Okay,
you know, and it's like, here, I'm just giving her to you, dog, and I'm going in the house.
Right.
Motherfucker got mad, and at the time I didn't understand it, and to a certain extent I still don't understand it because you mad and jealous. That's what it is. But I had a conversation the other day on my way to Alabama with another dad, and he was like, his baby mama brought the other dude to the meetup to swap the kid, and he was mad as he felt disrespected.
Yeah.
And I never looked at it that way, right? And I asked him, so are you still involved or want to be involved? Or are you missing her or something? He was like, nah, hell no. I just feel like, what you here for?
Like, why?
Yeah. And it's two ways. It's a mature way to look at that, and it's a, you know, you still with the smoke type shit way to look at it. Me personally, I could see you have to accept there's a new guy, and that's the thing that they don't accept. They don't accept that it's a new guy. This woman obviously didn't accept that it's a new woman in the situation. She's like, I'm finna end this shit for everybody.
So because like I think I'm gonna be in that situation soon enough. Yes, you know,
but you're not crazy. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not gonna say how. I mean, no, I would never kill nobody, but I can't say why would you do that? Why? And I don't want to be with this nigga, but why would you pull up to my house with another bitch? And I don't, you know what I'm saying? For what?
I've never been one to do that
levels
either.
To the relationship.
It does.
Like, what if that's their? We about to get married, or we're married.
It is no, that's what you mean.
It's not a random
definitely
nigga. It's
like
not a random
for sure. And now, if this is like y'all finna be together, this is your wife, or of course, you know what I'm saying. That's different. Yeah. But just some girl that you're dating, or for what? I feel like that be messy, and that almost be on the nigga part or the woman, whoever it is. It's like, I want to show you that I moved on, or let me because for what? What is the point? Can you not drive? Do you? It's messy. Yeah, it's messy.
But then on the other side, it is only messy if you choose to make it messy. Like, what if
you could just hand over the child?
Think about you with the new guy that you with, and you really feeling that motherfucker. You got your son. You about to take him to wherever, to their dad, and you like, shit, we just riding and we're on our way.
I wouldn't do that.
I am so not fucking with you. I don't give a damn. Like, you're making it into something.
I wouldn't do that though. Now again, if it was a guy like we've been dating, first of all, that conversation would already have been had.
Yes.
Prior to me even bringing my son around him,
for sure.
So
just because
if your say your baby daddy
got him around another bitch, I wouldn't.
No, I'm saying if your baby daddy is the one that just. It's almost like I look at it like they're trying to control you in a way.
What you mean?
Like, it's like, bitch, do it like this, the way that's comfortable for me.
No, I don't feel that way, only because, let me say this. So, like, I don't know, maybe this is me being ignorant, but I could see a man being mad because that's a pride thing. Yeah. As a woman, I wouldn't be mad because, especially if I feel like she was properly taking care of my child, I wouldn't give a fuck because I don't want to be with him. Right. You see what I'm saying? And I know, and so I know that this other woman is just another nurturer, somebody's there who's going to be taking care of my child. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to beef with her. I wouldn't want to, you know, and because
by the time I'm actually dropping your kid off to you, I would like to have made up some type of rapport.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. These would be discussions that
might not be open to that. So the baby daddy might not be open to the rapport. Nigga,
so I feel like again, those, if it would be conversation. So like, again, if I met my baby's still young, if I met a guy and I'm like, I like him and we dated and we serious, and if it got to that point, I would definitely have a conversation with my baby daddy first. And I'm not even saying that what he says would even depict like, oh, if he like, hell no, I'm not fucking with, that's not what I'm saying. But I would definitely inform him that, hey, you know, I met someone, is serious, and you know, he finna be around the baby because we together, and that's just what it is. And I would, you know what I'm saying, and I would expect that in return. So at that point, it wouldn't be awkward if it would be an exchange of dropping off or picking up. And even if it is, it's ways around situations. Because I felt like, I don't know, I just would try to, if I could avoid it, like say if my baby daddy was still like, oh fuck no, then I would just, you know, drop maybe the baby off to his mom's house. Like, I don't know, I'm not with the drama because I feel like you pick and choose your battles, and it's just, you know, battles.
Like with this situation,
it's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. Somebody had to lose their life.
Several people lost their life.
The kids lost parents, both of their parents at this point, because baby mama going to jail. Dad's dead. For sure. He's like, fuck,
I don't think he died. Did he die? No, the girlfriend died. But so, he didn't die. He got shot 3 times, but he didn't die.
But you see what I'm saying? She made sure she killed that woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That show you that you're jealous of that.
Yeah, for sure.
You're jealous of that.
Because you want him.
You
still want to be with him.
And this is an age-old tale.
It happens every day.
Every day. Somebody going through it right now as we talk about it. Like, it's like,
and sometimes it just happens. It goes too far.
Let's get out of your fucking feelings. Like, now you can't even be in your child's life. And it's about them, right?
That's hard. That's a slippery slope, because you don't know. And I'm not defending, but you just don't know the backstory. This nigga could have been living a separate life, 2 separate lives. And I'm not saying that they make it okay, but people always just be like, oh, you should feel like this or you should do like that, but you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know. And I feel like, that shit is fucked up. No,
you about to make a choice to go to jail.
You know, right? And forever. You know, that's just
now you
murder.
Without the nigga.
Yeah,
and he don't even matter. Once you sit in that jail for a couple years, you're gonna realize, damn, that motherfucker wasn't even worth it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So,
but. R.I.P. man. And shout out to the children, because y'all about to have a really tough life after this. So let's get into the woman stabs boyfriend 108 times
and got off. Okay.
Now I wish we had the names. Damn. I need the name. I would love to say the names of this, because this shit does not happen. Like,
cannabis induced psychosis.
Supposedly,
she hit her boyfriend's bong.
Yeah.
And got so high that the judge said she was in a cannabis-induced psychosis.
And she stabbed this man 108 times off some weed. It wasn't no angel dust sprinkled in. When you ever been high and violent? Right,
that's what I was about to say.
High and violent?
Weed don't make you act like that.
Come on, man.
Now, maybe it was some spice or some
K2.
some other bullshit, but weed don't make you act like that. Never in the history of weedism, I don't know if that's a word.
It is today.
But in the history of weedism, we've never heard somebody like, I smoked this weed and then got violent. Never. No, you was on something else with weed, or that wasn't weed. Okay. Like, you hit that crack pipe,
yes,
or that meth pipe,
or some liquor,
you know, and.
But I will say this:
100 times.
100 times. 108 is a long time.
You still
that's like premeditated murder.
You know what I'm saying? And you got off because that's a white woman.
Let every motherfucker out then that had weed in their system there.
Yeah, pretty
much. Because you're changing the rules now.
For them.
I will say this though. It has been times when I've been high off some weed and got a little bit confrontational because you hearing things differently, but I've never got violent.
Right.
You ain't never got like it's certain weeds that make you that make you get a little smart.
Not me. Like I be paranoid.
Yes, and that paranoia could be like, oh, what you said? You said something. Like you get so high, you see some people laughing, and you be like, are they talking about me? And that be the paranoia. And
that paranoia.
I mean, but even in that, like. It be more so like what they saying, not like mad because they're doing it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's more like, well, are they looking at me? Damn, am I tripping? Am my eyes open or they closed? You know what I'm saying?
So it's really got a knife.
Right, like never. Like I done smoked so much weed in my life. Like people react different to it, different things, but that's bogus. They done let this white woman off because she white. So let's
crazy.
Okay.
All right, let's get into this case.
Dude asked is any crazy coincidences. So it's basically just a little
crazy coincidences.
Coincidental story that happened to this girl. She was adopted, and both her parents ended up dying. Her
found her mom at a daycare.
Yeah, and the daycare that was watching her kids. Like, that was actually watching her kids. Yeah.
It's that is a wild adoption story. So you go through your entire life, and you
thinking you're an only child,
and your parents die, and you find out that you did have siblings. They took care of her. Her parents took care of her. She had a good life with them. But she ended up having her kids in a daycare. And the daycare teacher there was looking for her daughter and going back and forth with the what would they defects. Yeah. And she was telling her about it. She was like, oh yeah, I'm sending pictures back and forth because the mother asked for pictures. And come to find out, the mother is the daycare worker. So you find out that your kids
been with their grandma.
This whole time.
They've been with their grandma this whole time. That's wild. Yeah. That's a blessing.
That's a blessing.
That's a blessing from God.
She said she's happy now because she had 2 other daughters. So she has like sisters. She had
She said she always wanted to be
her adopted parents died.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do y'all feel about your adopted parents not telling you about your parents or not releasing information to you?
I feel like
she didn't even know she was adopted.
I feel like it's situational. We don't know. I try not to judge in situations that I've never been in and don't even have a lot of information about. And I feel like because a lot of times people do it like if the kids had them at a girl got pregnant at 12 and then I'm saying 13 whatever. So I feel like it's situational. I feel like at some point in time maybe you should, or a lot of people do it on their 18th birthday or you know what I mean,
or on their deathbed,
or whatever. Right. So I just think it's no different from how you choose to raise your children. People can't come in and tell you what you know what I'm saying. So I feel like when it comes, just only because I have no really knowledge of like adoption or you know what I'm saying, people. So it's just and I just feel like So.
Pick your poison.
Okay.
Bust it.
Would you rather never be able to have sex and orgasm again, or eat solid foods again? So you can
like mashed potatoes and shit.
Yeah, you can either never bust a nut and have sex again, or never eat solids again. So you eating steak, or you busting a nut, or you busting nuts and drinking smoothies.
Oh my god!
I feel like just going. I'm gonna just say it. I'm just gonna have to drink smoothies for the rest of my life.
My boy.
I'm drinking smoothies.
I'm just
I'm gonna look at it from a health standpoint. Like, this is healthier anyway.
But no solid food ever again for the rest of your life.
Get used to that before you get used to never busting nuts again.
Not necessarily.
No.
Especially when everybody around you got dope ass surf and turf plates and shit.
You drinking a
crab boils,
nothing more. Not even ice cream.
I'm healthier than you motherfuckers. Y'all have to die. It ain't hard for me to digest.
Sitting there drinking your smoothie, watching somebody eat the crab and shit.
I'll just keep myself from those situations. I ain't going out
You're never gonna go outside.
Yeah, just go. Take my smoothie.
Just really think about it for the rest of your life.
That's crazy.
Only smoothies.
Well,
I would get sick of that shit.
I'm gonna get sick of it fast.
I would get so sick of that shit.
I would get sick of it fast because part of the enjoyment of certain foods is chewing.
Yes, it is.
And the flavors, like the different flavors.
Yes.
I don't know. That's hard.
That's putting a lot of importance on sex.
That's so hard.
What's more important, food or sex? Enjoying a meal or some good sex?
I feel like I'm picking solid food.
I just feel like this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like for the rest of your life.
It's because you eat more than you have sex. So Matter of
So
fact,
you telling me I gotta sip on the straw forever?
Forever. Oh, you can sip it through the cup.
Well, hell, I gotta. Oh my god.
You never chewing again.
I just know that
You're never, for real. If you think about it, you never have to chew again.
You don't have to go to the dentist.
You're never chewing again.
I would just get tired of it. Like
I would too.
I
can
get
see
so
because
sick of it.
Food is so important to me.
Yeah.
A good meal. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the food.
Yeah.
That's what you got.
I'm picking the sex.
You picking the okay, girl?
You picking
Yes.
sex?
Okay,
Yeah.
look, she said nah. Look, I do the smoothies.
I
okay?
just.
I said no.
Hey,
Sex
100.
is enjoyable.
It is enjoyable. That's the first thing I thought about. Just not
That's what
enjoying
makes it
sex
so
again.
hard.
That's wild. But eating, you eat constantly. You have sex maybe once
I
a
would
day,
get sick of the smoothies.
but you eat 3 times a day.
I
Every
guess
day.
because I'm so busy, I would just be busy. I would just stay busy all the time with my
Yeah.
smoothie. With my
Yep.
smoothie.
Yeah.
I got a smoothie. And guess what? And then I got another smoothie. Bitch, fuck you, man.
get
I got
tired of that
banana,
shit, though,
strawberry, raspberry,
Girl.
fucking peach, blueberry, goddamn. I got, man,
every single
fucking,
fruit.
I have.
Came up with some new shit.
First of all, because I'm going to be the smoothie queen. I'm going to open the smoothie shop. I'm going to have
on, man.
different type of, I'm going to
You're
have,
gonna have a lifestyle change.
you know, and
Yeah,
that's just what
man.
it is.
And
you
invest
know.
in it.
But I'm fucking.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Diamonds.
what's yours?
All right. I don't know if y'all ever seen that show like Dirty Jobs before, but okay, you either get paid
I hate that.
$900,000 right a year, and that's your salary to do the shittiest, nastiest fucking job. Like you cleaning out some nasty ass shit, like toilet shit, vomit, all that shit, all day for 8 hours a day, basically every day. That's your job, and you don't have protective gear. It's just you with a
No.
doing
Or-
that. Or
No,
you
I'm not.
get paid $30,000 just to do nothing.
I'm taking the 30. I can't.
But you got an opportunity to make almost $1 million a year.
Doing the worst
salary.
job.
Yeah, well, just the nastiest fucking job. Just the nastiest job every day. You got to go in
Right.
there like
So
you
it-
don't get like face.
That's the
mask,
thing.
like
See,
that.
that's what gets it for me.
But you don't get sick though.
Oh well.
But you will smell it, and you
And
will
how long
have to
does
deal
this
with it
have to
like
go
that.
on for?
For
Like the
that's
rest of your
job.
life, like either the one or
Like
the
that's
other.
you pick your job for life. Like
I'm just.
it's either. No, it was like 20,000. Yeah, it was a real low number. I know.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some food stamps.
To
I'm
sit
gonna
in
learn
one
how
for
to
8
grow
hours and do
food.
I'm.
like way below poverty line.
Do you? I feel like. Let me ask y'all this: do y'all feel like you could ever get used to something like just
I don't
doing
know.
the worst job?
I
It depends.
can't.
It depends.
Like,
Like when
do-
I say you are cleaning up like nasty
Shoveling shit.
Yeah.
Like the thing, it's not the nasty part. Like if I could wear like a mask or like I would take that.
You have
But
to
just
take it all in. You have to-
not be able to wear, I can't even wear a Pusheisty mask or nothing. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I can't wear no
Of course-
gloves. I can't wear no
of course,
gloves or
no
nothing.
bacterial infections and nothing like
No,
that.
but even if
like,
just
you still
the-
gotta smell it.
I
Like your
can't.
smell still work, your senses still work, stuff like
can't.
that. But you have to do that every day for $900,000 a year.
I'm not doing that.
Well, you thinking about it for real?
I'm not doing
What
it.
about
I just
you,
don't
Cassius?
think that the 20,000 is enough to be.
I could be.
But all day at work, you're sitting in a chair. Like, look, that's your job. You just sit there for 8 hours and then you go home.
So you're not doing it?
No. But you get below the poverty line for the rest of your
Oh
life.
well, I think I'm gonna have to shovel that shit below the poverty line. Just means struggle. And
But so that means I can't make money nowhere else. Like I can't.
That's your job. Like you
No,
either
that's what I'm
shoveling the
saying.
shit for $900,000 a year, or are you doing nothing?
And you
'Cause
only
I thought,
work a
man-
certain amount of time a day, so you still got the money. I'm gonna go with the 900. I'm gonna invest, goddamn it, or something. Shit, because being broke.
But even
and
investing, you still shoveling that shit
I'm gonna
every
be mad
day.
as hell just sitting in one spot earning like barely.
But I was confused on the question. I thought it was like something fun, not even fun, but like
No, you just
Well,
sit.
tolerable or like just a regular job.
It's pick your poison, so neither one of them gonna be good.
Of course.
Right.
No, you're sitting.
I'm going with the money. Goddamn it.
Yeah, I guess I would have to go with them because I was thinking about though. I would go crazy just sitting there
I
not
would
doing
too.
nothing.
I would too.
Yeah.
And you're not getting paid enough to
Right,
live.
right, yeah,
Hell no,
yeah,
give me
for
that
sure,
money,
for
man.
sure.
Because once
Okay.
I clock out, it's over
Yeah.
for that day.
Yeah.
Mine would have been more interesting if TK was here. It was have the most powerful, intense orgasms every time you have sex, but you have to lose an inch.
Oh yeah, that would definitely.
So you
definitely-
gotta lose an inch.
Oh my god.
Or
That looks
from the female perspective, like I guess
so
you dry up or something. Like you just
Oh, like
your
Sierra.
pussy gets drier over
Well,
time.
how many times?
Right, because that happens
What's the
anyway. boy
dick like 10 to 12 inches. You don't have sex 12 times.
But it just gets drier forever.
No,
like
I mean,
it can't get back
yeah, so
moist.
you're having the most powerful orgasms every time you have sex, and they're wonderful.
You only got so many inches to lose. That's what I'm saying. Like, so how many times?
And then eventually you can't have sex no more.
I don't understand. There ain't nothing there no more.
Yeah, so that's mine. Either you do it or you just don't have sex. That's just the option. What are you gonna do? You gonna get drier and experience those very intense, powerful orgasms?
Dry sex is the worst.
I feel like I'm gonna do that one because no sex eventually is gonna go to no sex anyways.
So you just gonna pick in between. You gotta have special times.
Right, and then it's just a little guy. Because then no sex at all?
Yeah, no sex.
You see what I'm saying? I feel like eventually that's gonna lead to the no sex. So at least let me get some wows before just no sex. Like then it's just
drier. But that means the next time you do it, like each time you do it, you get drier and
don't give a fuck, nigga. He gonna have to spin start that guy. You gonna get the lube, babe. They gonna call me Lube T. Like fuck Taste T. They just gonna call me Lube T because I'm gonna come down with a lube on. I'm telling you, I'm gonna where's the Willis away. Goddamn.
Something,
but
I mean, one day, you'll be able to eventually eat it.
Right.
You don't have to lose it all the way.
That's worse for y'all actually, because y'all.
And then you just gonna have balls.
Yeah, that's it. Just
like
balls in there.
no
Balls.
dick, like
straight balls.
That is
the
ugly.
white guys called it a chode.
Wait.
When you got a small, your dick goes out, your balls go out farther than your dick.
Wow, that's a thing.
It's a name for that. It's called a chode.
What? I know what that's great. That's crazy. I've never even.
I heard that at middle school.
That's crazy. That's funny as fuck.
That's funny.
I'm just gonna choose not to have sex.
You don't want to choke?
I don't want to choke.
But that's the thing.
And it's gonna kill me, like, cause.
So you just gonna have a dick and don't use it? That's what I mean. I'd rather have some and then eventually, you see what I'm saying?
Have it be super dry.
But right, and it's just, but you can use
I just couldn't look down every day and see like nothing there. It would kill me. I wouldn't even want to live.
It's like a coochie.
Okay,
yes,
look, that's it. I can't, man. He said I wouldn't want to live.
I wouldn't want to live. That will fuck with my brain every time I look down.
Man.
And that was Pick Your Poison.
Yeah.
Blast from the past.
Yeah.
Blast from the past. All right, so Blast from the Past today is the show That's So Raven.
It's a future I can see.
It's been a lot of That's So Raven going on in his crib lately, and just watching it was just so nostalgic. Like, it's like,
it was a good show, though.
It was.
It was a great show.
It was.
Sad what happened to Eddie.
Just looking at Eddie on that show and looking at Orlando Brown now, it's so crazy.
Yeah,
like he was so bright. His face was clear. Now he just looks like a drug addict.
Yeah,
everything has been.
That was the
best friend. Yeah, and that show was good. It was a black show, black family. You know, a lot of comedy in there.
Yeah, it was definitely nostalgic.
We actually got on it because
my daughter was on it.
Yep, she was watching Raven's Home.
I love when I see the kids watch stuff that we used to watch. I be like, what you know about such and such and such? I love that.
She prefers Raven's Home though.
It be that it's new.
It's because of the kids. The kids is there.
That's when she's the mom and she got the two kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because it's centered around the kids more than the high school. Like in That's So Raven, they're in high school.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so
you can't relate yet.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good show.
That was a blast.
I like it.
Blast from the past.
Okay.
And we're gonna keep this shit moving.
I'm not with the pigs.
I feel like we went through this. I feel like we went through this at some point. Last time it was a heart. This time it's the pig liver.
I'm not with it. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like
they're using pig livers to save human lives. How do y'all feel about that?
I just think it's why. I mean,
genetically modified pigs, by the way, not regular pigs.
I just don't like the fact that it's modified. A pig,
and and that's what it is. And they be always like, pigs are the nastiest, most filthiest, and I
feel like somebody gave me a lion heart or a lion liver, I wouldn't be as mad as I would as a fucking filthy ass pig.
Yeah,
and you don't
I
want
think,
an animal anything, but
right?
a pig, a chicken,
right?
Something like that,
you got a chicken heart,
exactly. Like,
well, it's been like off because our bodies are rejecting it. Like, so it's like even the guy who got the pig heart, he died like 2 months later. Like it's like our bodies aren't built to take in
those
animal,
types of,
so it's gonna take a lot of research. That's all I know.
I would rather have something like artificial, like made made in a lab or like a.
Well, that's what it is.
Well,
it is genetically modified.
But it got pig genes. Yeah. I'm talking about more like machinery type.
You rather have a.
Like I'm about to be RoboCop in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, right? You know, yeah, for real. You know what I'm saying? Versus, I don't know. I just think that shit is weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's weird to put animal parts into people.
Yes,
it's weird, and I don't like it. I don't like it. So
I don't either. So
I don't want no animal parts. No, like just let me die. God didn't know. If it's your time to go, I'm putting this out there. Don't put no motherfucking monkey heart in me. No, please. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm acting like an ape. Like I just. Then
on top of that, only lasts a month later. You know what?
Just, you know, for my time. You know, just let me go.
We're gonna keep this shit going, y'all. DeKalb County, the kids who owed a balance on their lunch were getting fed cheese sandwiches.
Have you heard about this section?
And somebody paid that balance off. It was a
no, I haven't heard that. They used to do that though back in the day. That ain't new.
Yeah, that's not new. Balances that a kid has, they get forced to eat cheese sandwich every day until they pay off the balance.
And that balance actually got paid off.
Yeah, somebody paid off the balance for them, and now they get regular lunches. And I was like, about time, because that's crazy.
I feel like that is where we realize we fail as a country.
Like
if you're not feeding the children kids at school because they have a balance, which might, if they have a balance, that means their parents can't pay the
obviously
shit.
Yeah.
So you're gonna force them to eat differently or
from
something
the other
worse.
kids,
and it's not healthy because you're gonna
it's just cheese and bread. Just cheese and bread. Here,
and some kids, this is the only time they eat during the day.
For sure.
Some people got food.
I just don't understand punishing the children for being poor.
I feel like lunch should be free for all kids in school. You know, breakfast and lunch. It doesn't matter. Now, I mean, in public schools. I feel like in public schools. I mean, and I'm not. But that just goes to how the system is fucked up, and you know where the state choose to pour money into. You know, the money needs to go into the schools. You know what I'm saying? Because these are our kids, and at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying with the teachers and it's just
reflection of the country when the kids, when you hold up the light and you see the kids are starving.
You know what I'm saying? You know like that. But you trying to send 90 cents a day to Africa. These kids is hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To Ukraine.
You know, but Johnny got to eat a cheese sandwich because he owed, $40. That's wild. It's fucked up. It's crazy, That's and then that another thing, side note, that causes segregation. It does. And that's what makes it wrong. I feel like it is because you're pointing out, okay, these kids don't have the funds, and for real, in real life, the kids who get free lunch, they don't have the funds either, and they're getting the regular lunch. So it's both poverty, just in a different level. Because when you get free lunch, it's just free. Yep. But you have to be getting food stamps or some type of government assistance to even be able to receive free lunch. So it's a catch-22.
When I moved in with my aunt in my senior year, I had to pay for my food.
Yeah,
and it was because they made more money in that household.
I had to pay for mine too.
But they weren't rich.
Yeah.
No.
They just were well off in that way. But we had to pay for our own shit.
It's sad. Every Monday we got $10 a week. Yep. And that's it. Whatever we have to do with that $10, that's all we got.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That is.
It's unfortunate. I feel like I said again, it's about the kids. I feel like all school, should have free lunch for kids because that's the time they eat breakfast and lunch. That's the only time they eat. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, and I feel bad when the kids have to suffer for bad adult choices.
Facts.
And
let's get into diamonds in the rough, man.
Hey, okay, y'all. How y'all doing? I like to highlight the black
positivity.
Excellence. You already know we got to end the show on a
diamonds in the rough.
I'm gonna highlight Miss Essence Moore. She's only 17 years old, but she's an author, an entrepreneur, and a public speaker. She started out writing a book called The Middle School Chronicles that was based on bullying because she was badly bullied in middle school, and she wanted to basically write a book to help girls and boys to cope with it. Because, bullying is a serious situation. Everybody knows that. Anybody's kid going through it, I feel for you. Help them out. But it became a New York Times bestseller. So you got a 17-year-old on the bestseller list. That's crazy in itself. So that provoked her to start 7 more businesses, including clothing lines, body sprays, candles, everything. This girl's an entrepreneur to the T. So shout out to her. She got a body spray line called Wink.
Okay,
you can go check that out too. Yes, and the clothing line. This girl is on it, y'all. So shout out to Essence Moore. Hopefully she keeps going, and she's starting a new acting company too. That's her next venture that she wants to do, is help actors get to the big time. Basically, that's what she wants to do.
That's what's up.
Basically inspire. Okay, y'all know I like to end it on a quote. Y'all know my quotes. I gotta do it. So a bottle of water costs 50 cents in the supermarket, $2 in the gym, $3 in the movies, and $6 on a plane. The only thing that changes the value is its location. So next time that you feel like you're not worth anything, you may just be in the wrong place.
Hey, that was what's up. That was a fucking snap word. That was a word right there, for real. That was something to say.
That's for y'all.
That was real. You know, we just talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always, if you got that it factor, man, ain't nothing stopping you but you. And that's it.
That's the message.
We out this bitch, y'all. That was a great episode, you guys. I love you guys.
Yes.
Right, we miss our brother. Right. Follow us, like, share, subscribe.
Hip-Hop Millennials.
Right.
On everything.
Tenacious 2 Fly on Instagram.
Vacation, go stream that shit real quick.
Vacation, go stream it on all streaming platforms. And thank y'all for listening. And thank y'all for sticking with us this whole time. I am Cashews.
It's your girl Diamonds.
And it's your girl Tasty.
And we are
Hip Hop Millennials Podcast. We love you guys. Bye.